get some black. Let's see how we're doing for repair kits. I could do with some armourer's kits. Do tend to work slightly overstock on these, but the thing with repair kits is that you think you've got enough, but then, you know, someone will drop some super high-end item and it will take you like a couple of kits just to repair that one item.
God be with you. God be with you.
Out of interest. Gotta say, overall, this armour's holding up pretty well. The only thing is, in the big scraps, I am missing not having a helmet, because sometimes you can probably hear in the middle of fights, you can hear and see that I'm being twatted, but they've hit me right on the armour and it's, you know, been completely mitigated. I'm not even chasing after that guy because it's a big fuck around. I don't need the rep at the moment. And if you accidentally kill him, you end up in trouble with the law. But yeah, when they sometimes you get very clearly hit on the armour and it gets completely mitigated. And you don't really get that when they hit me in the head. Not without wearing a helmet, when they hit me in the head, it seems to sting.
Hear ye, good people, and what of our own priests, our own prelates, they who crave in indulgences for coin, keepers of brothels.
But yeah, the arms, I need to upgrade my arms, I think. I'm not quite hacking it.
What are you doing here?
I hope I can be a help to you.
Farewell. Good luck to you.
Let's just see. What have I got? What have I got? 7 tailor's kits.
Take care now.
Well, I appear to be pretty much back on track after my sound beating. Just want to go to the armourer. What I'll do is I'll go to the armourer and then go and take a quick trip to the bandits.
What are you doing here? In the monastery, lad?
I'm at your service.
Fuck me. It's amazing how quickly all of the money that you make by selling your crap gets whittled away by maintenance. But anyway, let's just have a quick look at what armour they've got. Oh, if I could find a bandit with if a pair of these dropped off a bandit, that would be fucking nice. I'd also prefer a darker brigandine. I'm sure there's a black one somewhere that would be perfect. Augsburg and Meissen, a bit too bling for me with a gold trim. I don't know, that's a bit like, I don't know. I drive an Escalade and I've got a gold-plated Desert Eagle Magnum. That'll do for now. Let's go and kill some fucking bandits for a finale. In fact, perhaps we should just pay our respects in church. Well, I've got a feeling that priest there is the guy who whose clothes I need. Right. Timmy's not going to get his today, but fuck me. Yeah, let's clear out that raider camp. I don't want it ever to be said that I never go to church. Fuck me.
Have you lost something?
See me. I'm up shit creek now. Right, there's a very good chance, because he saw me just before I choked him out, there's a very good chance that when he wakes up, he's going to remember who did this. So it's probably a good idea we get the fuck out of here. Where are we heading? Townburg. I swear to God, they do something with the sharpening or something. There's something slightly changes with the graphics after you've taken a little bit of booze. In game, that is. Right, which way am I heading? Which way am I heading? Yeah, we'll find out later. We'll find out later exactly how that went down, because when that guy wakes up, he's gonna basically scratch his head and be less than happy, or he's gonna become conscious, remember I did it, and get fucked off.
Hey!
In fact, for future reference, let's ditch the stolen clothes just in case. When I wake up, we'll be able to see if there's a bounty on my head, in which case we'll just get the fuck out of Dodge and wait for things to cool down. Yeah, it's not like some games in Kingdom Come Deliverance. If you were a retarded fuck like I was there, you just people remember. Do you know what I mean? If you're the last face they saw before they were choked unconscious, when they regain their consciousness, they're like, ah, Henry choked me out. It's not, you know, some games you can just do stupid things like put, you know, like Skyrim, you can put a basket on people's heads and then rob them blind, or, you know, in Fallout you can hold things without picking them up. You can like kind of manipulate them round the corner and then steal them, and you can do this all day long and no one goes, that guy keeps carrying stuff around the corner, and then it vanishes. In this game they seem fairly smart, and maybe I left enough time after he walked off. But we'll have a quick look at the map. No, we're good. I actually find that with Sasau, I mean, I don't normally get harassed at the inn. I always Sasau's one of the first inns that I buy out. I pay full whack to have a permanent bed there because obviously it's a bit of a risk because I'm always choking out monks and stealing their clothes. There's a big risk that I will get on the wrong side of the law, and by owning a permanent bed it just means missed him. It means I can always just ride into town, ride to the inn, go and sleep, and be in and out before the guards spot me, hopefully. Which is very handy. But I did recently get caught at the mill when I was wanted by the law. I did get caught out there because they've never yet come in where I'd been asleep. But one time I did just get out. I just walked the other side of the door at the mill, and then I waited for 2 hours. And when it finished the waiting process, I was immediately mugged by a guard who I then had to kill, and then that started a downward slide. FPS says, I was just reading your Twitch page panels. Awesome job.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. It was a while ago I did those. I want to add one actually about just a kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? A statement of declaration of interest, as it were. But yeah, thank you, mate. I got told off for not looking very professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be the first, like the first or the second person who's ever actually read them. Right, Townburg. Let's see where we're going. For those of you who've played this game, I'm sure you'll agree, there's certain bandit camps that are better and worse to assault because of how they're positioned, and this one's not a particularly nice one. It's kind of off to the side in the woods, slightly fucked down a ravine. You know, it's the sort of base where you try and kite them on horseback and you'll end up hitting a low branch, you know, or something similarly catastrophic will happen. You'll get caught on a tree or something. That old adage about cavalry don't like riding in the woods, well, this is why. Let me have a little look at how we're going to approach this. I think yeah, we're going to come down from the road. We're going to come south from the road above it. I think there's a little pathway. I don't like this base. It's just too easy to get tangled up and shit.
Yeah.
Right, so I hope the finale to this stream isn't me getting killed in the woods by a bunch of Kuman. Right. Just get serious because I'm pretty sure. We're in ambush territory. One thing to watch. I mean, I'm sure they've changed this in one of the patches, but I swear to God, poison used to be ridiculous. I mean, you just apply poison to your weapon once, and then it would stay there for about a month. Whereas now I find myself constantly checking to see I've got poison on my weapon. Yeah, this is the puppy. Yeah, see, this one isn't as bad as I... Yeah, this one's not too bad. It's still not great. Well, I'm tempted to just fucking face plant down there, actually, and just try and take them all on. Let's do a head count.
I didn't find any smartphone.
Shut up, Alexa. Jesus. I thought the only point of having an Alexa was that Amazon could fucking spy on you. And so you can sneak into your flatmate's room and add lots of really deviant stuff to his shopping list. Which obviously I would never do, because I'm far more mature than that. Right. I'm missing a trick here, really. I should have really come here at night. Because I'm now at a stealth level where I could happily do these guys a lot of harm and none of them would wake up. But yeah, FPS, I really am that petty. My flatmate did something naughty, and then when he was out, I just went into his room and added some fairly deviant items to his Amazon shopping list. Right, 4 guys. 4 guys, all armoured. A cannonball would be nice. And I have to miss, don't I? Fucking Jesus. 4 guys, how could you not hit one of them? I think I went through him again. The main thing here is I just don't want to get fucking... I was about to say, I don't want to get dismounted, but then being shot in the fucking armpit wasn't on the fucking agenda either. I just want to kite these guys out one at a time, nice and easy, and then melee them down. Right, come on, fucktard. Ow. These officers with their little fucking sabres are pretty handy. And whilst their armour is not top shelf, it's good enough. It's good enough to stop a lot of the poison And the other thing, of course, is they have fuck fast attacks with those sabres. And they seem pretty fucking skilled. Not a shoddy master strike there. Jesus. This guy's not shit. Motherfucker. Well, that's poison at work, I guess. Anyone wasn't looking at the screen at that precise moment. He was dominating that fight. No two ways about it. And then he just drops down fucking dead from Bane potion, which is what it's all about. Let's get rid of some of this shit. Yeah, what? He did a bit of damage. I have no luck at all, personally, with those sabres. I find them great fun to use, but just not effective. I just don't find them effective weapons to be effective weapons. But they're very fast and they're very nice, but you tend to just end up hitting people a lot very quickly for very little damage. But these guys sure as shit seem to be able to hurt me with them. And as you could see, that guy's, you know, I don't know the stats behind defense and all the rest of it, but that guy certainly, if I wasn't straight in with the fucking block, you know, he was getting me. Fuck it, I'm gonna get down. I will.
Eikäs tee? Na bassa meg!
There's the guy.
Bazd meg!
Just read that. Did he die of fright? Right, we've got ear collection. I did like, God, what was that combat game you were playing? The one where you were using a sawn-off shotgun with not a little bit of glee. I have to say, you did seem to be having a lot of fun shooting people in the face with it. That's the one. see who we got. Yeah, I used to play Thief and a few other stealthers actually. Oh, here's my friend.
Hey, mit csinálsz ott? Beszarás. Riadó! Ott van egy a szemetek közül! Vigyázzatok vele!
That may have been a cracking headshot actually. I'm pretty sure I bought that game after watching your stream actually. I'm gonna have to check that now. No, I'll Google it after this. After this murder and thievery. Quick rabbit kill to. Let's use the cheap arrows, eh? Improve my hunting. I hit the fucking rabbit and there were witnesses. Yeah, I've seen a few people playing that game, you know. I just seem to have a heritage to it. Right, bad guys are all dead. Let's get to the the organic 4x4. Get up to Townburg to cash in. Yeah, thing with stealth in this game is that there is this moment where it becomes worth your while. Oh, just one guy. That's probably not a good career move for this fella.
You call that combat?
Although he's got a Bardiche, and they can do a bit of fucking damage. That's one of the other beautiful things about this game is that even a dickhead with a powerful weapon,
I'll send
kill
you
you.
straight to hell.
I mean, he's much more likely to have his head stoved in, but he could theoretically have really hurt me then. But yeah, it's if you get too cocky, even with some chumps, one of them hits you in the back of the head with a mace, you can get very fucking hurt. But yeah, I was just saying the thing with stealth in this game is there's a point where it suddenly becomes useful. When you start playing this game and your stealth is really bad, trying to take out a bandit camp by stealth is suicide, because all you're going to do is usually just manage to stealth in to the middle of the camp and then alert them, and then they fuck you. You literally will just stealth yourself into a situation from which you cannot survive or escape. So you're better off staying on the outside, going in the day and fighting and kiting them and stuff like that. But there comes a point, and I've realised that I passed that point now, and I should have remembered it, But once you get to a certain proficiency with stealth, then suddenly it's a lot quicker and more effective to just go at night and sneak in. You know, just go in. Yeah, I mean, low visibility, low noise. You suddenly, all of a sudden, then your tactics would switch to stealth attacks on bandit camps because it's more effective. But if you go try and do it too early with shit stealth, it's just a suicide mission because you always seem to manage to. You always manage to stealth close to them, and then you wake them all up.
Here it is.
Well, that is a fine bit of news. It's not over yet. I've heard of some trouble along the Rovna Road. There's bound to be another encounter.
I will take your advice, Penny, and
most
I will
likely
play
in
it
an
blind
abandoned
then.
mine in the woods.
I do generally prefer to go in naive.
See you later.
But I think there's words of wisdom there, mate. I think it is better to just go in and experience it. Story first hand. Kit's just said, so the plague has now arrived in Merhead and all the poxy horses are dead. I'm assuming you mean you couldn't make this shit up. I'll follow your advice. I'll follow your advice and just go in naive. And right. Well, I think I've earned a trip to the prostitutes. Or more precisely, Henry has earned a right to go to the prostitutes.
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
So am I. Well, that was surprisingly successful considering how I seemed to spend the whole session taking on everyone at the same time.
I'd like to make use of the bathhouse's services.
Uh-huh. And what do you want?
I've heard you have nice girls here.
But of course. Money first, though.
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. May the Lord...
I still can't keep a straight face through that bit. Right, guys, I'm going to round this up. I think I might just ride quickly to Rattay. I don't know. I think it's just I kind of imagine the poor voice artist sitting in a booth, and then the creative director coming in and going, "Please sound like a prostitute having sex." So,
oh, almighty!
Sorry.
Can't you see there's people here?
Ran someone over. So we're laughing now. I wonder whether it was a laughing affair at the time or whether it was all very embarrassing. I wonder if that will be in the making of video. Hell, that should be a question for Toby, their PR manager. Mario, how you doing, mate? Excellent, nice to see you on the stream. Dear God, I will forget Sandoval is your nick next time you're on, so please remind me. Yeah, very good to see you. Mario's one of my main channel supporters. Yeah, it's a bit later than I normally do. Yeah. I'm just going to head back to Rattay. But yeah, you've missed me getting my head kicked in, getting lost in the woods. Cyber Ghost is implying that I should turn my horse into a unicorn.
Yeah.
But whilst I ride back to Rattay to wrap this up, I was wondering if anyone has any questions. Even though today's performance is probably all of the hinting that you need, that my advice might not be sound. So you keeping well, Mario? By the way, although I am behind by one stream, this all gets clipped up and on the YouTube channel. If anybody misses it, it will be on Twitch for a while anyway. But for those of you who don't watch Twitch VOD or don't like the quality, yeah, I will clip this up. Cyberco said I need a horse. Yeah, I am absolutely fucking tragic when it comes to running over pedestrians. And as I've said, I don't know whether it's always been the case or my horses have just got faster.
Yeah.
Or whether it's patch related, but I have noticed now that on Warhorse Gender, fully tooled up, I'm going fast enough now to hit fully armoured people and kill them dead. So when I'm hammering it through Rattay at 50 miles an hour or whatever, and if I hit someone head on, I have now got a track record of killing them and I was put in prison on one of my playthroughs. I was put in prison for killing someone with my horse. So you got to be careful around people. Thank you, Mario. I mean, it's unfortunately because of various circumstances, I can't keep a fixed agenda. Sadly, it's fixed agenda for the streams. I might try and maybe at least pick some fixed slots from which to choose from. But yeah, it's you're not alone, mate. Got. People who watch the show in Connecticut, got people in Australia. So yeah, there's no good time for everybody. You like the Battlefield 5 one? I really like that. I mean, it's always the case with making vids that it's always a surprise which ones get the attention and which ones don't, and also the ones you really enjoy making and are proud of that then nobody watches. But I like that one. I really wish that one got a few more or seen by a few more people. But I'm glad you liked it. I think there's some things that need to be said about this kind of agenda. What's the best way to do this? This kind of polygon agenda with video games. This idea of like making everything artificially diverse, because it's all about increasing player appeal to sell microtransactions. It's all about people identifying with their character more. It's entirely commercially driven. It's got nothing about making the world a better place. It's got nothing to do with getting rid of racism and increasing diversity. It's all very cynical financial stuff. You know, the psychologists sat down in a room and said, we can sell, you know, more microtransactions if we have female characters that have microtransactions. And they're distorting games to make this happen, and anybody that opposes this is instantly labelled as racist or sexist. And it's one of the reasons I feel like I have to raise my voice about it, because I don't think, I think it's wrong for them to be so cynical, damage games, lie about history, And then if anyone turns around and puts their hand in the air and says, but that's stupid, then for them to be branded as villains, you know, as racist, sexist scum, I think that's that's a dirty game to play. And that's exactly what they're doing in Battlefield 5. I mean, they're really fucking that franchise for very cynical reasons, you know. And it's, you know, very frankly disrespectful for it. As I said in the video, it trivializes all of the great things that were done by the very diverse group of people who took part in World War II. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that. And if anyone hasn't seen my Battlefield 5 video, please do watch that, because it's an important game, and not for good reasons, but it's an important game because it's an example of how someone is driving a game off a cliff because they're sacrificing historical reality, claiming that they're doing it in the name of diversity, but the reality is it's just they want to increase the player profile options for microtransactions. I mean, that's what it's about. It's like, yeah, if we make everybody that took part in the game much more sort of sexually and ethnically diverse, then people will relate to their characters more, and then we can flog them more microtransactions and cosmetic items. And it's there's no good pure motivation here. This is all about money, and anyone that opposes it is being called a villain when, yeah, the reality is they're driving a great franchise off a cliff. Battlefield 2, 3 and 4 I loved. Battlefield 1 was okay. Battlefield 5 looks like it's going to be a train wreck. Just going to have a toot on my vape and read the last comments. I will check that afterwards, Cyberghost. Yeah, I mean, this is really quite important. The whole issue of like diversity, sort of gender and racial diversity in video games is there's a lot more history behind it, and a lot of it is to do with trying to break the identity of the gamer, and a lot of this all relates to Gamergate. Because, you know, there's this traditional narrative that Gamergate is about evil, villainous gamers who are really mean and horrible to people. But Gamergate was actually about the media scandal going on. Christ, his voice just came from the back of my head, and it sounded like there was someone standing behind me. I will link again a very good documentary. I've linked it in some of my videos. A very good documentary about Gamergate, because it kind of shows the difference about how it's generally talked about and what Gamergate was really about. And Gamergate was about journalistic integrity and about big media or big gaming companies trying to manipulate game reviews and game stories. And a big part of this whole diversity thing is actually about breaking this singular identity of a gamer. There's all sorts of stuff companies can't do or get away with because quote unquote gamers come together and lose their shit. The Star Wars Battlefront 2 debacle being one of those, and a lot of these arguments being manipulated by the gaming press and funded by big gaming companies. It's all PR. It's because they want to try and break down the gaming community into vying factions, and that's part of the reason why they are trying to get part of the gaming community to accuse the other half of the gaming community of being racist or sexist. That's why a lot of these stories about fascism and fascist groups in the gaming community, and they're a threat. That's where a lot of this is all being driven by. They don't like the idea that gamers as a community just suddenly rise up together and kick the shit out of a gaming company, and they're trying to disintegrate that identity. And that's all part of, all of this bullshit sort of fake, accusations of ignorance, sexism and racism are all part of this sales agenda, basically. They don't like a big army of people who will all stand up together and say, fuck, you know, fuck this, we're not putting up with that. But I will get off my soapbox for now. Please do watch that Battlefield 5 video. It's, yeah, some important points in there. I'm just going to quickly look through the rest of the comments. Mary says, we'll try to be a bit more active in your comment section in your streams from now on. Had a few rough weeks. Dad passed in July, but I'll be on more. Oh, mate, I'm very sorry for your loss. And, you know, you have no responsibility to me, mate. Thank you very much for your support. You know, you give me your support, and that's where your culpability ends. But I'm, yeah, sorry for your loss, mate. I hope you're getting through it as best you can. But yeah, I don't know, Mary. I don't know if you've added me on Twitch or whether you do Twitch, but if you've added me and I don't know that you're Mario, let me know. If you've added me or we've added each other, just chuck me a message just to ping your account. That would be good. But yeah, I have very long fond memories of Battlefield 2 and 3, and you know, sort of, you know, whole days disappearing with me and a mate running around in deserts on huge maps, and you know, back when I really, you know, it really was special. Now it's kind of a corridor fighter, but there you go. Twitter, mate. Add me on Twitter. The link is have a look at my. I'll be honest, I never used Twitter before the gaming, so yeah, just 21 kiloton on Twitter. I can. But yeah, I'm very sorry for your loss, mate. I hope. Well, yeah, just give my love to you and yours, dude. Right, I'm going to boost off as I've run out of gut rot energy drink and it's getting dark. So I think I'm going to park up Henry in bed. And go and see if I can find something to drink that didn't originate in a nuclear power station cooling tank. That follow me on Twitter thing was completely spontaneous. I didn't actually do that. I don't know how it works. Anyway, guys, I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. FPS. It's actually really since power leveling this guy up so I can put him on a stream. I've been really looking forward to doing a Kingdom Come Deliverance because it's a real joy to stream. But anyway, thank you guys. I'm going to go. You take care. Mario, very nice to see you on the stream, mate.